I've been on the Grand Ole Opry. I played a show with ZZ Top. Went on tour with Skinner, and man, they still rock. Shot the bull with Bo Cephas before he climbed up on his jet. Played South Florida with Alan Jackson. That's some things that you never forget. And all that stuff, it makes you feel real good, but not near as good as flying down a back road with some buddies from back home. A splash of Jack in my Coke, catching brim on a Zepco, spotting deer in a hayfield after church, a Sunday meal, and hugging mama before I go.
You said I was in my early 40s with a lot of life before me, when a moment came that stopped me on a dime. I spent most of the next days looking at the x-rays, talking about the options and talking about sweet time. I asked him when it sank in that this might really be the real end. How's it hit you when you get that kind of news? Man, what you do? He said, I went skydiving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing, I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Blue Mansion, and I loved deeper, and I spoke sweeter, and I gave forgiveness I didn't deny it. And he said, someday I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying. He said I was finally the husband. Most of the time I wasn't, and I became a friend would like to have. And all of a sudden going fishing wasn't such an imposition. And I went 3 times that year, I lost my dad. Well, I finally read the good book, and I took a good long hard look at what I'd do if I could do it all again. And then I went skydiving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing, I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Blue Mansion, and I loved deeper, and I spoke sweeter, and I gave forgiveness I didn't deny it. And he said, someday I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying.
YTPC, welcome to GhostCob, Macy, and the lovely
Mrs. Cobb.
Sunday night special. As you can see, I'm having a Jack and Pepsi, smoking some Bullseye Flake. The lovely wife is drinking some water. And we are going to just hang out here a little bit. First, I want to congratulate Big John on 300 subs. Congratulations, brother. when you proposed this opportunity, I thought what better way to do it than to do it with the lovely wife on something that we just started together as a project. Great opportunity to touch base on it and talk about it a little bit. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Christy, obviously the song was tied in with it, so that's a little hint.
Because I'm smart.
Yeah, because you're smart.
I use my thinker.
You do. So, what are we going to talk about tonight, darling?
We are going to talk about bucket lists. I think your stem is coming out of your pipe. It's supposed to look like that?
It just has a little bit of a gap.
Gotcha.
This is the lovely,
I love
awesome
that stem.
Jad's pipe, the Ghost Ants. I love this pipe. Thank you, Mr. Davis. So, I was flipping through
What are you smoking?
Peter Stokkebye's Bullseye Flake.
I don't think I like it.
You don't think you like it?
No.
Well, it's a vapor. It's a Virginia and Perique blend, so probably not.
It's kind of stinky.
But any words, I was flipping through Netflix, and I found the movie Bucket List, which obviously has the awesome Jack Nicholson and the awesome, talented Morgan Freeman.
Love him.
Mm-hmm.
Good girl, Macy. Good girl. Tell Daddy give you Cheerio. Good girl.
So,
She's not barking at the neighborhood kids. They're playing across the street.
so she gets treats when she doesn't bark. So, this movie is in reference to two fellers from totally two different walks of life end up with cancer, and they decide that it's never too late to start a bucket list, so they decide that Jack Nicholson's the one with the money. He decides that they need to just do this stuff together because he's got no family. Morgan Freeman's character's kids are all grown up, so that's what they kind of do. So it got to Christy and I thinking about it, and on the drive down to Florida, we drew up some bucket lists. And I'll tell you what, folks, it is never too early to build a bucket list.
Nope.
Because the younger you are, the bigger you should build it.
The more you get to do.
Because that's the more you get to do. Because, you know, you wake up one day and you're 50, 60 years old and you're like, where did it go? And I wanted to see this and do this, and I'd love to have been here, and I'd love to have done this. And it's all gone. There's not enough time.
Yep. You just gotta make it a priority. Pew.
So, do you want to go over the bucket lists? Is that what you have up?
I do.
You have it up.
So we decided that we would each put a list together. We thought it was going to be hard, so we were like, oh, well, we'll just try to do 10. Then we pretty quickly realized that it really wasn't all that hard to do. So we decided to just make the list of whatever we thought, and we ended up with over 40 items, I think.
I think so. Good girl, we're not barking.
Girl.
Good girl, we're not barking at the other dog. Good girl.
So the eye-opener was, we were like, all right, well, can we realistically do these things? And when you actually, you know, think about what you spend money on and actually like, do we want to eat out so much? Do I want to, you know, would I like to eat out 3 times a week, or would I like to go on a week-long cruise? Because cruises really aren't that expensive. And I'd rather go on a cruise to the Bahamas or Greece than eat a cheeseburger. Just saying.
Yeah.
So, we created our list, and then we created, from there, we put his list and my list together, because we did separately, because, you know, we each have different things that we would love to see. So we did separately, and then we put them together as one list, and then we divided them up for what was a week or longer trip and what was a weekend trip. And then from there we made a plan, because it was really, I mean, reasonable, and honestly we could get our whole list of, I think it was like, what, 42 items, 42, 43 items done within the next 10 years. So that's our goal. So every extra penny, every bonus I get at work, you know, once I get paid every other Friday, whatever was left over is going into bucket list items. Buying travel items and just paying for these trips. We start this year, obviously we went to Disney. Next year we are going to Jamaica, and we're also doing a weekend at Splash Magic, which is a camp resort that we have here in Pennsylvania, about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So we're going to do that next year. And we just have things like the Caribbean, going to Canada, Las Vegas. I want to go to Las Vegas. He wants to, and I want to go on the Strip. I want to see the Grand Canyon. But he wants to go, it was on his list to go during the PBR finals. So, combination there. We both had the same destination, but different things we wanted to do.
I've always wanted to see the professional bull riding circuit, and what better way to see it than to see the world champion be buckled there. That's just the that's the top of the mountain right there as far as that goes.
Haley and I would love to stay at the hotel that was in Dirty Dancing. So that's going to be a weekend trip sometime next year or the year after. They get booked up really quick. This year's already completely booked. And they do Dirty Dancing lessons and things like that. I'd love to go to an Alabama college game. So
Roll Tide.
we have lots of things. Texas, Virginia. So we have things here in the States, and we have Canada, and we have the Caribbeans, and Greece. Santorini, Greece is like top of my bucket list, has been for many, many years.
Pittsburgh Penguins game.
Yep, he wants to do a Pittsburgh Penguins game. Just different things, and if you have it kind of planned out as far as, Shanghai, Disneyland in Shanghai.
Yep.
And if you have it planned out where you know this year I would like to do this year I'd like to do that, then you can move the funds where they need to be to get it done. And if it's on a list, you're more likely to do it. If you have it written down, you are more likely to do it.
And we're going to do a board where we're going to put pictures of the places that we want to go as motivation.
Yep. So we're moving around and configuring our bedroom space to have this board that we can put that up. So we're just doing some research on it and planning accordingly to see what we can get in there. But I think we can get it all done in 10 years.
Even if it gets pushed back to like 12, that's still not.
It will.
I don't think so either. But
because
a lot of the stuff,
really good.
But a lot of the stuff though is really simple. I mean, my list is pretty simple, and a lot of your stuff is like one cruise can knock out 2 or 3 stops.
Yep.
Like mine is, a couple of my items are, I'd like to pay my respects at the Hatfield and the McCoy's Family Cemetery. I think that would be really cool. It's a huge piece of American history. I'd like to see that. Obviously, a Pittsburgh Penguins hockey game I'd like to go see. We're not far from New York, from the part of New York that goes into Niagara Falls.
About
So
5 hours.
that's like it's like a 5-hour car ride. So I mean, it's not like we got to pay for a plane ticket or anything like that.
It's just prioritizing. Do you want experiences? Do you want to go out to eat? Do you want experiences, or do you want material things? You know, there's only so many purses that you need. You can only carry one at a time. So, you know, making it a priority that I'd rather have a trip than 10 Coach purses.
And the funny thing was, we both had Jack Daniels on there
Yep.
at different spots, which was kind of funny.
Yep.
So, Jack Daniels is on there. The Grand Ole Opry is on there. Barbados is on there. Is that where the water bungalow is?
No, that's Bora Bora.
That's Bora Bora.
That's Bora Bora.
Yeah. But I mean, there's just all kinds of beautiful places. We just want to go to some places that are just going to be like destinations where you go for the weekend and you just vegetate.
Yep. Like Sean wants to go to the Bahamas.
Yep. Yeah, the Bahamas. I mean,
Sean wants to go to the Bahamas. I want to go to Key West. So,
a cigar tour factory. A cigar factory tour is on that list.
Yep.
And then Christy wants to go see a couple more baseball games.
no, I don't. Oh, I don't, Macy.
That's a funny.
No, I don't. And always working a year in advance. That's the key. Don't be trying to book trips for the year that you're in, because unless you're doing them extremely last minute, you're going to pay a lot of money for a trip. So you always want to, like, okay, we're in 2018, we want to be booking 2019 trips. So if you grab your plan, and if that bee attacks me, I'm out of here.
It's out of there. It's gone.
If you have your plan of where you're going, then you can start booking it a year in advance. And then A, you can make payments on it, and B, you usually get it at a fraction of the cost.
Maisie says
So, like, next year we have Jamaica. We're going to Jamaica for a week in July. We are going for a weekend in a cabin at a camp resort. Macy gets to go to that one.
Yep. And with my health, we have to start really figuring stuff out, because
Cheerios.
you know, my health's not getting any easier, and it's not going to get any easier to be driving long distances. Macy.
She's stealing Cheerios.
Yeah, I know. She don't need to be getting into that habit. Down.
Leave it.
Down. Thank you.
Daddy's no fun. So, yeah. And we have another trip planned for next year, too.
Yeah. And we have a trip planned for this year yet.
What trips are planned for next year?
Jamaica. Camping.
Yes, leave it.
I don't know. You planned one and didn't tell me. You planned one and didn't tell me. Sneaky, sneaky. So are you gonna tell me on the air so they can see my reaction to it? Give me a hint. It's on the list, obviously.
It's 2 items.
2.
1 from your list, 1 from my list.
Vegas?
No.
Damn. 2 items from mine and 1 from yours.
No. 2 items. 1 from yours, 1 from mine. Palm trees, coconuts.
What the hell did you play without me knowing?
I sneaky. I got free time at work.
Cigar factory tour?
Well, there's nothing on a cigar factory tour that was on my list. No
There's a
way.
day that Dave Blanco takes you to the beach.
No, skydiving.
Skydiving?
Dave Blanco's supposed to take me skydiving.
Yeah, when we go to Florida, yes.
You want another hint?
Yeah.
Southernmost point.
All right, so that's Florida. That's Florida, right?
Yeah.
So that's Key West.
Mhm.
So what the hell is on my list in Florida?
Nothing.
Yeah. So what do you...
Bermuda.
Jamaica?
The song. Bermuda.
Bahamas? No, you didn't.
It's a weekend cruise.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
No. You're kidding.
No, I'm not. Thinks I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. That's all I said.
I can't read that small print. I'll be damned. Oops, sorry.
This is a Sunday special. You don't cuss on Sundays. Jeez Louise.
When did you do that?
When I was at work.
Today.
No, a couple weeks ago.
And you never told me?
No, I told Kathy and Casey and Mom and
Macy,
Aaron
down.
and Liz.
Macy, down. She's gonna knock my ashtray off.
Everybody but you knew. Just saying.
Unbelievable.
Just
Thank you, baby.
saying. Welcome.
That's awesome. Another one off the list.
2.
Another 2 off the list.
Yep. Babies. Lisa, come here. Jump. 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 You're not gonna jump?
Well, guys, that's our Sunday night special. I want to thank everybody for stopping in. John, once again, my brother, I want to congratulate you on the subs, man.
Leave it. Hey.
You are a fantastic feller, and I can't wait to meet you someday. I really admire that you're such a family man. We are very family oriented. Before any trip would come out, it would have to be a family trip because we are just that family oriented. I just think it's selfish for somebody to say, well, I'd rather do this, you know, and not do something with the family. I mean, everybody has their own agenda and all that, and I get that. But I'm just saying that I would rather have family time. And, you know, John, you're a very, very big family man, and I admire that. And I love your Sunday night specials, brother. I love them. And when we had this opportunity, I figured what better way to do it than to sit down with the missus. Besides, Mrs. Cobb hasn't been in a video in quite a while, so this is the first video you've been in since we've moved.
Really?
Yeah, really. So,
I believe that. It's been crazy.
but we'll be able to do videos while we're on these trips, and we may not be able to post them right away, but at least we'll be able to do them. I'll be able to put them in a bank and then post them when I get back, when we get back. But
Macy, leave it, babies.
John, congratulations again, brother. Thank you so much. Really admire your channel. I love your channel. Love the content you got going on, brother. And thank you so much for the opportunity, brother. Not just to win something, but to be able to share stuff like this with you, and to be able to give me extra time to sit down with my wife and do a video, because when she's not at work, we're inseparable. We're one of those couples that has to be together all the time. We don't mind being together all the time. She doesn't smoke, but she loves going to tobacco shops. She really, really enjoys that, which is awesome. And that makes me a very lucky man. But guys, until we can get together and pack a pipe or smoke a good cigar, let all that you do be done in love. I'm laughing because I know where this is going. Until we can get together, let all that you do be done in love.
Where's what going?
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Bye.
I've been on the Grand Ole Opry. I played a show with ZZ Top. Went on tour with Skinner, and man, they still rock. Shot the bull with Bo Cephas before he climbed up on his jet. Played